Welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about how to use some specific tools to get your Pinterest creatives going, get your creative juices flowing, and make some amazing standout images or content for your images. So using infographics is one way that you can really kind of differentiate yourself on Pinterest. Now, it used to be a really big deal. There are, of course, a lot more people doing it, but the infographics are really great pieces of information, and I'm sure you've seen a bunch of them, but they're basically pictures of a bunch of information. They're a way to clearly, concisely, quickly demonstrate a large volume of information, but in a picture, visually. So you can do infographics. There's some tools here: Infogram, Visually, WordSwag, and Easily. Some are free and some you can pay to have done for you. But these are some great tools for creating infographics. If you want to maybe curate a bunch of content and then make an infographic out of it for your customers, something that your customers would really want, your clients would really appreciate, then that would be one great way to have an amazing creative for one of your pins. There's also some creative visual tools that you can use. PicMonkey, Canva, you've heard of them, I'm sure. Or maybe you haven't. They're very popular. They're free. That's why they're popular. And they're just right there accessible on the web. They do have some limitations that you have to bring your own images in order to use them, but you can manipulate the images and do things like add text or colors or backgrounds. And they're both a little bit different. PicMonkey has a premium option that you can pay for to get a little bit more functionality. The free option is still great, and you can definitely do a lot with it. Canva has tons, it's super user-friendly. It has tons of options as well. Canva also has images within it. So I think they're typically $1 per image, or $1 or so for each single image. So if you are looking for a really quick way to make something, an outstanding visual, and you don't have images, you could always pay $1, get an image from Canva and make it pretty, make it, however you want it to look, add text to it or whatever, right in that tool. There's also another option that's called Logo Creator, and it's about $37. Now, this tool is very similar to PicMonkey and Canva in that you can make visually appealing items. You can have background changes. You can add text. You can make an image transparent or not. You can use your own images. The Logo Creator actually comes preloaded with images in it. Some of them are very stock photo quality. They're not super amazing, but they're nice because you can use them and reuse them as many times as you want. In something like Canva, if you paid $1 to use that one image, you only have access to it for 24 hours. If you want to use it again, you have to pay for it again. So in Logo Creator, the reason I put it here and why I like it is because once you buy it, it's yours forever. You can reuse and reuse as many times as you'd like. Now, depending on what your business is, the Logo Creator has several different add-on packages that you can purchase. And most of them are relatively cheap. They're typically, I think the Logo Creator itself is about $37, at least at the time of this recording. And then, some of their add-ons are maybe $10, $19. They vary. Just another tool that's out there that you could use. So let's take a look at PicMonkey. Now, I'm not going to take you step by step through each of the tools. Once you see one, they're all relatively the same. So I'm just going to give you an idea using PicMonkey. If you go to picmonkey.com, you basically select the design icon, and then you'll see another menu pop up that looks like this. Now for Pinterest, you're definitely going to need to do the custom size. So when you select custom, there's going to be two little fields that pop up that will let you type in some numbers. These are the numbers you need to know. So if you're creating an actual pin, an image for your actual pin, then you definitely want to type in 735 by 1,102 pixels. That is the ideal optimum pin size, okay? So that's not going to change. That's the pin size. And then if you want, you can also actually create a board cover. So when you create your boards, what typically happens is the last pin that you pinned into that board is the image that will show up as the board cover. So, for every new pin you add, that by default ends up being the board cover. So if you don't want that to happen and you want a more visually appealing board cover, or maybe you just want to brand it, if your brand uses black and white as your colors, Maybe you want to create your own board covers with the titles and put them on all of your boards to make it consistent, branding consistent. It's all black and white or whatever your colors are might be, or if you have a specific logo or something, you can definitely do that. If you want to create your board covers, you simply go to your board itself. At the bottom, you'll see that edit button. It's in a previous video. I walked you through how to create and edit boards. You do that, and then you'll see a place where you can actually change your cover. If you want to create an image for your cover, it's 217 by 146 pixels. So you can do both right here in PicMonkey, but you do need to know the image sizes that you need to make them ideal to fit into whatever you're using it for, whether it's a pin or a board cover. Okay, so in PicMonkey, you're going to customize the size. Once you're inside, you're going to pick a background. That little weaved icon is basically the background icon. Once you select that, you'll get some choices of whatever background you'd like to choose from. You pick one and you keep going. If you'd like to add text, you simply circle the letter or click on the letters. I circled it for you so you can see. And you add text. The little text box will show up. Now for PicMonkey, I wanted to point this out because, again, it's a free option. You can choose to buy the premium option, but that costs money. If you're looking for the free option, just make sure that you pick something that does not have a crown next to it, okay? So in PicMonkey, you can distinguish what's free and what's not free by simply having the crown. The crown is not free and you can't use it unless you're a premium member. Now, if you want to keep using the free version though, there's still lots of options. All right, so that is PicMonkey. Moving on to Canva. Canva I really like Canva. It's probably one of my favorite tools because it's so simple to use and because it's free. But Canva also has already for you Pinterest graphic. Now, keep in mind, this is just for the pin. This is not for the board cover image. So you'll have to do a custom. Up in the right corner, it says use custom dimensions. You will have to add those, but we'll get to that actually. Pinterest graphic is already there for you with the right size. You want to customize it. That's how you do it. And again, it's the same pixel dimensions. Just know what you're trying to do before you create the image. So you make sure you have the right sizes in place. All right. So we hit PicMonkey, we hit Canva. Now I have a really, really long resource sheet of different places that you can go. It will include these tools that I provided you with the PicMonkey and the Canva. But it also includes some really great sites where you can get free or royalty-free images. Some of them you may have to pay for, but most of them are free resources, and there's a lot of information out there, and you have to make sure that you use royalty-free images. You can't just Google images and pick any old image and use it for your business because that's illegal, and you could get into a lot of trouble for that because a lot of those images are copyrighted. So you have to make sure that whatever images you're using for your business, that they are in fact royalty free, that you purchased the right to use them. So I will also have for you a downloadable resource sheet with tons and tons of places where you can go and get these royalty free images. I wanted to point that out to make sure you understand it's there. Go download it. And all the links should be incorporated in the download. So all you have to do is click on it and it should take you to the right place. All right, so enjoy that. I'll see you in the next video.